A massive support for Atletico Madrid. Jesus Gavas is the man to make way. The surprise is possibly in attack, where Torres and Griezmann are paired together. And again, Jackson Martinez. Has to wait for a start. For Barcelona, Ter Stegen makes his debut, but of course the big news is no Lionel Messi in the starting lineup. Rafinha will be part of the front three. Well, it's a magnificent atmosphere here tonight. The famous faces of Barcelona, and they've had an excellent record against Atletico Madrid. Atletico haven't beaten them since February 2010. Indeed, Barcelona have done the double 4 times in the last 5 years over Atletico Madrid, and of course, as you saw in the build-up to the game, it was the title decider for Barcelona last season. One of the senior officials in Spain, Mathieu Lahoz, is the smiling man in the middle. They've shaken hands and embraced a few times over the years. Gavi and Iniesta, the respective captains of the two teams. For Diego Simeone, it was 481 days ago against Barcelona that they claimed the title as a Liverpool Old Boys club. Torres and Suarez, how they wish they had them on Merseyside, especially this evening. Maybe comparing the best restaurants to go out to in Liverpool 1. No doubt in whose home we are tonight. A sea of red and whites, possibly the most vociferous supporters in the whole of La Liga.
They will believe tonight, Rob, that they've got a chance. And that was even before they knew that Lionel Messi would start the game on the bench. It's going to be interesting to see where Rafinha plays. Will he be an extra midfield player? Will he play wide on the right as part of that attacking trio? Because Atletico Madrid are so strong in that midfield with that quartet of Oliver Torres, Koke, Thiago and Gavi. It might just be the night that Iniesta, Busquets and Rakitic need a little bit of help.
Well, this is undoubtedly a season-shaping game. It may only be round 3 of La Liga, but it's a vital 3 points gained and a vital 3 points taken off rivals for the title this season. Real Madrid staked their claim with a wonderful win early this afternoon against Espanyol. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 5 goals. His nemesis, Messi, is watching from the sidelines this evening. Two teams have won their opening games. Neither side has conceded a goal so far this season. There is a buoyancy about Atletico Madrid. This is Juan Fran. Oliver Torres, who's earned his stripes this season. Juan Fran across the face of goal. And an early opportunity for Fernando Torres.
Good build-up, sharp play from Atletico Madrid. Fernando Torres starting. He hasn't been away on international duty, would have been training hard. And Diego Simeone for the past couple of weeks played well against Sevilla. Jackson Martinez came on for the last 30 minutes and scored a goal. And I imagine Diego Simeone wouldn't mind if that happened again tonight. I expect to see that change made, but Fernando Torres in good form at the moment.
There's a spring in the stride of Atletico Madrid. What a boost it would have been to them when the team sheets were handed in and they didn't see the number 10 of Barcelona and the starting 11. Suarez to Rakitic. There's some key players missing for Barca, of course. Piqué is still serving his suspension. The regular goalkeeper is out with injury as well.
Felipe Luis close to Rafinha. He does seem to be occupying that right-sided position in the attacking trio.
The other player is going to be a big miss as well, of course, is Dani Alves, who's on the injured list. Alves, Bravo, Piqué, two key defenders and the first choice goalkeeper. And it is a night where they do need that strength in depth as well. This is Rakitic. Suarez makes his move. Neymar's on this near side of the field. Rakitic continues a brilliant run. Jimenez goes to ground. Suarez across the face of goal. And it was a wise step over there from Juan Fran. Now Jordi Alba. Neymar. Rakitic lets it go. Playing on the right-hand side of the defence is Sergio Roberto. He's waited about 5 years, hasn't he, to get a chance in the team. He's been a marauding midfield player. And that was the block from Jimenez. And from on the replay, there was a very strong suggestion he hit his hand.
Yeah, I think it actually comes off the underneath of his back, and I think his back is turned against the ball coming in, isn't it? He lunges in. It's a spectacularly clumsy challenge, I have to say, but he gets away with it. It was a two-footed lunge, an attempt to block the cross. Block the cross, he certainly did.
Iniesta. One back by Griezmann. Torres. Thiago. Didn't look where he was playing it. Anticipated by Rafinha. He's got the most impossible job in the world today, hasn't he? Deputising for Lionel Messi. Rakitic. Roberto. Here is Rafinha. Iniesta. Now Neymar putting in for some special treatment from the Atletico supporters. Sergio Roberto plays it in. Passes on to Rakitic. Neymar, good feet from the Brazilian. The referee takes a strong look at that. Well, Simeone did concede that given the injuries and suspensions to Barcelona, they're not at their very best at the moment. But he also says that Atletico had to play beyond themselves to get a positive result out of this tonight. Well, there's an old pal's act, isn't it? Godin and Suarez, Uruguayan international teammates. Friendship goes out of the window when two of the rivals for the Spanish Championship.
I was just thinking that. I don't think even be given any concessions to playing against a friend.
What do they say? No friends in football once you cross the white line.
He's up against the two, isn't he? Jose Jimenez, Godin, Luis Suarez. He's going to need plenty of help from Neymar. The signs are looking good for Barcelona at the moment. They're controlling possession. It took them a couple of minutes.
Iniesta. There goes Suarez. Having a clip at him is Jimenez. Jordi Alba to Suarez. Give it a challenge from Jimenez. I think he's done himself some damage in trying to take the ball off his fellow Uruguayan. It was a big call.
Yep, certainly goes under his back, doesn't it, and strikes him on the arm. Could be argued the ball is going into a dangerous area of the field of play. Good attacking position for Barcelona. It was only Rakitic that appealed. I must admit, on the first replay, I was just looking at the two-footed challenge, and I know he missed Rakitic completely. It wasn't the best piece of defending from Jimenez.
Rakitic with the corner. Powerful header away by Godin. Oliver Torres. Ter Stegen. It's amazing, isn't it? Been at the club on 14, 15 months now. This is his first La Liga game. Bravo missed out on the final game in our season, but Jordi Messi, the B-team keeper, was given a break. Ter Stegen has been the cup keeper already this season. He's conceded 4 goals against Sevilla and 4 goals against Athletic Bilbao. Neymar's getting some special treatment from the Atletico defenders.
Yeah, both fullbacks Atletico should have been slightly impatient. They can't win the ball cleanly there. We saw Felipe Luis do it against Rafinha, and now Juan Fran against Neymar.
They've got all of their modern sciences, these La Liga teams, but it's still old school tactics, isn't it? Iniesta. Jordi Alba. There's Torres. Antoine Griezmann. Torres makes his move. He doesn't have that turbo charge anymore.
Not too much weight on the pass from Griezmann, but first sign of sharpness in the attack from Atletico Madrid since the opening minute of the game when Torres got the end of a cross. First time we've really seen Griezmann on the ball. He's the danger man that Barcelona have to watch out for. It's interesting, we're talking all summer about the new vibrant Atletico Madrid, where they're ball players with lots of pace, younger players as well. Likes of Vieto, who's not in the team tonight, on the bench. Angel Correa, who hasn't made the bench. Called Jackson Martinez. It's Fernando Torres leading the line. Simeone obviously has a hell of a lot of belief that Torres can fulfil the role that he requires for the first hour of this game.
Luis Enrique will be happy that some of his players are given a bit of a break in midweek. The Spanish national team, these Del Bosque blooded players, the likes of this man Jordi Alba here, had a mid-Bagnac came in and maybe playing on the left side of the Spanish national team defence. Of course, Gerard Piqué was very much in vogue after getting booed by the Spanish fans last week because of his strong Catalan connections. There's Godin. Koke. Easy for Marlon to deal with. Iniesta. Maybe the names have changed in the Barcelona starting 11 from the regulars of the last couple of years, but the style and the approach remains the same. Neymar. Excellent run on the shoulder of Jimenez. Suarez.
It was great movement from Luis Suarez. So the understanding still developing between him and his teammates. He fully understood the movement he made there. The ball was delivered on time. Maria Jimenez, we forget, he's still only 20 years of age, still learning the game. Certainly lost Luis Suarez on that last forward run from the Uruguayan teammate.
Suarez turned and just swam away from two defenders. Thomas Vermaelen, like ter Stegen behind him, had such a long wait to make his Barcelona debut in La Liga. After his almost 20 million euros this signing from Arsenal. But now he has to fill the boots of Gerard Piqué. Roberto. Busquets. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Neat football, excellent defending from Jimenez. The round may have gone, but there are no signs of weakness when you've got Jimenez and Godin together. A G-force defence.
Could be argued there. Really stronger this season with the return of Felipe from Chelsea. Good young goalkeeper as well, Jan Oblak. Barcelona will be enjoying this start though. I heard the crowd before kick-off. Barcelona controlling the tempo of this game.
Pretty unique control there from Jordi Alba. Simeone has never beaten Barcelona as a manager. 5 defeats, 2 draws. Vermaelen. That is his La Liga stats, of course. There was that small matter of a Champions League quarter-final when Atletico beat Barcelona. But in La Liga, it's 2 points out of a possible 30. Boo will be music to the ears of Barcelona, but they're taking a risk at the back, and Fernando Torres and Griezmann closing them down. Don't think they accounted there for the tenacity and pace of Griezmann. It's funny, you were saying before, wasn't it, about the new signings, not Martin Jackson, Mr. Martinez watching from the sidelines, and it took a while last year for Griezmann to be totally integrated into what was then the team of the reigning champions. Ended up marking 25 goals in all competitions. Here's Suarez. Down holding his face after he claims there's a connection from his international teammate Jimenez.
Suarez tussling for the ball, looking to...
It was Gabby, wasn't it? Gabby that he went past.
A little bit of space. Gabby does leave his arm out.
Well, he left his arm out, Terry. That would be a red card offence.
Well, he does.
If he did.
He's got away with that. I think there's no reason there for him to lift his elbow up.
There's no show of anger from Suarez. To the untrained eye, it looked like an accidental collision, but the referee gave the free kick. No punishment. Here's Iniesta. Brilliantly weaves inside. Excellent run from Iniesta. Rakitic joins in. And a top stop from Oblak.
See the contrast in the two teams. They're battling for every little inch of space, but when you've got a player like Iniesta, he doesn't need much space to work in. At the end of it, more often than not, finds a wonderfully weighted pass. This time into Rakitic. Obviously, Gabby does raise his arm. I don't think he means that.
Rakitic with the corner. Sergio Roberto's flick on. Suarez. Vermaelen. Iniesta to Busquets. Rafinha. Busquets. Iniesta. Now Suarez right across the face of goal. Neymar with a flying header, but he was more than matched by his shadow Godin. Atletico trying to mirror Barcelona's style of play, doing it rather successfully here.
They're not out of trouble yet.
Only half found his way out of the maze, didn't he, Juan Fran?
Good closing down from Barcelona as Atletico tried to, for the first time in the game, try and play their way out from defence. So Atletico do need to regroup. This little break in play will help them. Dropping too deep. Rakitic with a fine attempt at goal. First time. Black gets his angles right. Makes another good save, which we're growing more and more accustomed to seeing from this fine Atletico Madrid goalkeeper.
Well, he established himself as the #1 keeper at the back end of last season. It was a big money signing from Benfica, 60 million euros. And at that time he was barely 21 years of age. Oh, it's dangerous play by Barcelona. It's a 2-on-1 situation. It's Torres who leads the charge. Vermaelen comes across, and his presence was enough to unnerve Fernando Torres.
Mascherano getting caught in possession. Griezmann working tenaciously to win the ball back quickly. Koke was in support. Just for a split second, Fernando Torres didn't know what he was going to do, what choice he was going to make. That allowed Vermaelen the chance to get back. Torres was thinking, shall I cross it, head down, get away from the defence and take on the attempt with my left foot. to hit the target. Another good chance for Atletico.
Ter Stegen kept goal in the Spanish Super Cup. Barcelona's insistence on playing out from the back got them in trouble, and he was to blame for gifting a goal to Athletic Bilbao. Referee's lost patience. It's going to be on Oliver Torres, who's the first player to have his name taken.
They feel hard done by Atletico. They didn't get the initial foul on Thiago, and then Oliver Torres just crashes into Neymar. Clamping down time, I think, from the referee.
The baby-faced assassin.
Unfortunately for Oliver Torres, he's the recipient of the first yellow card.
Still only 20 years of age, Oliver Torres. He was sent to Porto last season to gain some experience. He's a regular for Porto, waiting with 7 goals, and he's back now, and he's bumped up the order, of course, with the sales in the summer of Raul Garcia, Arda Turan, Mario Suarez, midfield players who are ahead of him in the pecking order. But the thing about Simeone, he does spend money, but he's always replenishing the squad with the younger players from the excellent academy they have. In the Barcelona academy, there's Sergio Roberto. Jordi Alba. Rakitic. Roberto. Jordi Alba. There's a good call now from Jimenez to keep the ball in play. Away. It's just breathing space for Juan Fran. He's a brave man.
The ball appeared to be outplayed there.
Good, didn't it?
It's interesting watching the contrast of the two teams. Atletico want to be aggressive. If there's a 50-50 challenge there, and Atletico Madrid's red and white shirt player is going to win it, Barcelona didn't seem too fussed by that. They'll stick to their beliefs. Put their foot in the right positions of the pitch. There is a contrast. Barcelona want to play pure football. Atletico want to be aggressive, get close to their opponents, and it bothers them that if they don't win those 50-50 challenges.
Roberto. Iniesta. Neymar.
Mind you, you have to be a good team to not be too bothered to win your 50-50 challenges. You have to be pretty special on the ball. That's what Barcelona are.
Well, if you've just joined us, 20 minutes gone. Lionel Messi is on the bench. The reason for that, he became a dad for the second time this week to a bouncing baby boy called Matteo. You may see him as an impact sub. Not a bad impact sub, is he, for the last 20 minutes or so? Referee claiming there was some impact there from Juan Fran on the shoulder of his Spanish international skipper Iniesta. Barcelona's only away game this season was a 1-0 success at Athletic Bilbao. Atletico Madrid's only home game this season was a 1-0 success against Las Palmas. And just screams intensity. Referee had a few thousand witnesses there to what they believe was foul play, looking for some protection for their golden boy Fernando Torres. I think the ref got it right, didn't he?
Yeah, no, it was a clean challenge, wasn't it? Vermaelen made clear contact with the ball.
Well, after such a long spell out of the game, we did wonder with Thomas Vermaelen how he would adapt to Barcelona. But he has looked razor sharp tonight, and he's needed to be on a couple of occasions. Sergio Roberto to Neymar, bullied off the ball. Oh. I think they call that offering protection to a forward when they have these referee seminars.
Well, I think there's 2 heavy challenges there. The first one perhaps, and then, or maybe 3. Again, it just goes back to the importance that Atletico Madrid place on winning those tussles in midfield. Showing plenty of grit and determination. Comical moment here as Busquets lashes the ball against his teammate Rakitic, takes him down, deflects onto the referee, onto the head. The referee was still standing though.
Alba. Iniesta. Be a corner. Without their main threat in these situations, Gerard Piqué at the moment. Barcelona. A little flick. Oh, what a save from Oblak. An incredible save to keep out Luis Suarez. Right across the face, a goal again. Jimenez lets it go. Juan Fran calls for some calm, but that was one major chance for Barcelona to take the lead.
I think Luis Suarez should score at the far post. You see the flick on there at the near post. Suarez unopposed at the far post, slightly stretching. Fires it goalwards, but it's denied. Good pace on the cross from Rakitic. Flick. Luis Suarez should score.
Suarez will put that down as an opportunity missed, won't it, for a player of his world-class standards.
They deserve to be ahead. They're playing really well at the moment. Barcelona away from home against tough opponents who, at the moment, haven't really got themselves into the game at Atletico Madrid. You see it coming crashing off the crossbar there. Vermaelen.
That's it. More problems for Barcelona. They have massive defensive problem. Look at it, Vermaelen, and he was a freak injury. He pulls up, and this is so worrying for a player who was out of the game after signing for Barcelona for a whole year. And I do have Marc Bartra, the Spanish international central defender, on the bench tonight. Also Mathieu was a regular last year. So Luis Enrique does have options. Rafinha to Suarez, first to the ball is Godin. There's Busquets, who's wearing 5 and has dropped to centre-back. Is Barcelona prepared to make the change?
I'd be surprised if you see Vermaelen again. The nature of that injury looked like it just pulled a calf muscle. Mathieu is a suitable replacement, left-sided central defender as well, left-footed. And the player would be best in the gut to show that he shouldn't be dropping down the pecking order, be it a centre-back or left-back.
Busquets to Rafinha. Rafinha not finding Neymar. It has to be more of a team effort tonight, doesn't it, with Messi on the bench. They're going to link up more than depend on the individual brilliance of Lionel Messi. Now, can Atletico make the most of having the extra man advantage until Mathieu is allowed to enter the field of play? Torres. Stretch for Juan Fran. Fernando Torres is in there. Felipe, Luis. Nice return from Chelsea, trying to mark it with a goal.
Well, it's more like Atletico Madrid, both full-backs getting forward. It's only the second time in the game we've seen Juan Fran get in a position to cross the ball into the goal. See Vermaelen wince there in pain as he tried to spring off the floor.
Well, you have to have sympathy for the injury-plagued Belgian international. Just as we were saying how sharp he was looking. Sergio Roberto to Rafinha. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Rafinha hit it blindly. You need to do something with a little more vision when you're playing against this excellently organised Atletico Madrid side. Roberto's cross, Godin. Barcelona, as always, with I think last time we saw the statistic, it was 75% possession. But the Atletico fans have learned under Simeone that patience can be a virtue.
I must admit, I expected more from Atletico. We talked about them being plucky underdogs despite them winning the title the season before last. When you spend over 100 million euros in the summer transfer market, you make as many changes as Simeone and Atletico Madrid have done. They're no longer plucky underdogs, and at the moment today they're showing a little bit of lack of courage. They're being organised, they're being determined and well disciplined, but not trying to impose themselves on the game, take the game to Barcelona, using home advantage. You thought that Luis Suarez attempt that come off the crossbar should have been more than enough of a warning to Simeone's team. Got to play more on the front foot, haven't they? They're far too deep. The two strikers are tracking back and helping out in defence. They're giving the initiative to Barcelona. No one's tested Sergio Roberto down that left flank. You know, he's a very good footballer, but he hasn't been tested defensively in any of the games that he's played as a right back, and I expected that tonight, and that hasn't happened.
Mathieu.
Perhaps it's all part of the Simeone master plan.
It's interesting what you were saying about the money that's exchanged hands as well. No club in Europe, or no club in the world, I suppose, has had a bigger turnover of cash in the summer than Atletico Madrid. They sold players for 160 million euros and they reinvested 140 million euros. Effectively, they spent 24 million euros to replenish the squad this summer. Some of those big names: Martinez, Savic, Vietto, Mensah, Ferreira, all going to have to wait their turn. As of course Torres did last January when he came in. He thought he was coming here maybe to make up the numbers, to be a squad player in his autumn years of his career. But he's thrown into the fight by Simeone tonight. Roberto. Rakitic. Chased all of the way by Thiago. Mascherano. Mathieu. Just enough. Roberto. Rafinha to Suarez. Atletico did have an excellent record here last season. They only lost 2 games in front of their home supporters, one against Villarreal, and the second one, that instrumental game on the final day of the season against Barcelona. On 14 of the 19 games here, top of the 15 games the season before, 14 games the season before that. They always laid the foundations with an excellent home record. Torres. Juanfran. Suarez turning Jimenez.
Yeah, just a little nudge and arch of the back from Luis Suarez.
Okay.
He's an influential player for Atletico Madrid, but at the moment they're failing to get him into the game or utilise him to his strengths. Tucked around that left side of the midfield quartet, not really getting involved in the game as much as he would like.
Okay, waits for the ball to bounce and holds off his Spanish teammate Busquets. And it's Fernando Torres. Felipe Luis. Thiago. To Gabi. Juanfran. It's trademark Atletico, isn't it? They absorb the pressure from the opposing team and they come out of their shell. Okay, Thiago comes off the knee of Mathieu and it sends Suarez on his way. Very fortunate ball forward that was now. Oh, and it came off the arm of Jimenez. Neymar doesn't give up the chase. Suarez pleads for a corner and the referee saw nothing intentional and what appeared to be a connection with the hand.
And it looked intentional. I don't think the initial one was. So they're scurrying back towards goal. I think they've dealt with it when they get back 2 against 1 against Luis Suarez. Neymar joins the attack. Jimenez there. It's the last one, isn't it? Where he drags his arm and knocks it away from Neymar. I'm amazed. There's not much more of an appeal there from the Barcelona players in that area of the field. You see, he lunges in here. Just brushes away his hand as Neymar tries to seize on the loose ball.
Your professional opinion was?
Penalty.
I like it when you don't sit on the fence. Rakitic with the corner. Mathieu with the header. Take 2 for Barcelona.
Great skills from Neymar. Fantastic skills and desire to get forward and join up with the support. That's a penalty. And Neymar, I think, to his credit, was just looking at continuing the play, still thinking that he could score the goal. I know a lot of people will say he didn't know the ball was there, but his arm was out. Clearly made contact with the ball.
Rakitic to Sergio Roberto. Charged down. Neymar. All happened a bit too quickly for the Brazilian. I expect the English newspapers to be full of talk of Neymar being linked with English clubs again because Dan's back in town discussing a long-term deal with some crazy figures being thrown out there. It's always a sign that the player is negotiating when you see his name linked with Chelsea or normally Manchester United. Think Ramos, think Cristiano Ronaldo, think the odd crazy story about Lionel Messi. Believe none of it. Throw it away after you've finished your chips. Juanfran. Griezmann. That's a good point. You make a couple of the big name creative players for Atletico have hardly been mentioned so far. This man Koke, number 6, number 7, Antoine Griezmann. They've not had a slice of the ball so far.
just wonder whether Koke could play more of a central midfield role. Replace either Gabby or Thiago and maybe get some pace on down the flank as well. Just when Griezmann comes short, the players of Atletico are reluctant to slide the ball down the channels to Fernando Torres. Perhaps that might change if Jackson Martinez was the focal point of attack. They're desperate for Griezmann to be the last attacker, playing on the shoulder of the last defender. But at the moment he's too preoccupied with helping out on midfield duties.
Neymar. Iniesta. Alba. Mascherano flying it towards Neymar. Not the kind of pass that he wants. Godin and Jimenez biting and fighting each other in an attempt to get to the ball.
He's learned already, still only being 20, that's the type of defender Jimenez is.
The trials and tribulations have been a top-flight manager. Mascherano. Mathieu.
Just to make the point that Koke and Oliver Torres have swapped, but they haven't. They're both on the left side of the field.
It's a similar pattern to the last game the sides played here in May. The title clincher for Barcelona. The goal was scored just after the hour mark by Lionel Messi. There's Neymar. Hurdles the challenges, but it's excellent anticipation by Gavi, who sends Antoine Griezmann away. Torres tries to catch the eye of defenders, and Griezmann's fellow French international Mathieu blocks his run.
Good defending from Barcelona, but Griezmann, I'm just looking at the big picture there. He's playing in the right side of midfield role in a midfield five. And perhaps lacked that sharpness just before half-time to make a stunning break on the counter-attack, using the full extent of his pace.
Gavi's corner. Mathieu's header out away by Iniesta. Neymar onto it. Oh, and he's pulled back by Koke. Think there might be a yellow card for Koke when play does stop. Sergio Roberto. Rakitic. Iniesta into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Alba. Rakitic. Alba volleys it back in. It's a case of a lot of maybes and maybes for Neymar and Suarez so far.
Jordi Alba with the first time ball towards the far post. Godin close to Neymar. And continued the bickering afterwards as Koke continued trying to pull the shirt of Rafinha to stop that counter-attack from Barcelona.
Mathieu. Well, he has slipped down the pecking order. Jeremy Mathieu, who was signed just before the transfer deadline last summer from Valencia. There's Torres. Very tight angle. And Felipe Luis leaning on Rafinha. Referee saunters across. yellow card in hand. And Felipe Luis knows what comes next.
The assistant referee was right on hands, perfectly looking at the situation. The ball in behind Felipe. Is there more to it than just a tangle between the two players? I think that initially there was a tangle of ankles, wasn't there? And then a push on the back of Rafinha.
Mathieu. Mascherano. Sergio Roberto. He's looked the part, filling in for Dani Alves on the right-hand side. They did sign Douglas, a young Brazilian fullback last year, but he's failed to establish himself at Barcelona. Seems to be permanently on the casualty list of the club. Oh, and Iniesta can help himself. Takes down Gavi. And that will be the first Barcelona name taken.
Serial offender, Iniesta in midfield, a hatchet man for Barcelona. Tongue-in-cheek, of course, but caught out position.
Has never been sent off in his long, illustrious career.
A little trip there on Gavi does give Atletico a chance to deliver the ball into the box. The big hitters will go forward. Godin, Jimenez. Torres is a decent height as well.
Well, he's placed his defence here in a tough predicament. Griezmann steps over. Koke uses the run of Juan Fran as a dummy. That's a comfortable catch for Ter Stegen, who sends Rafinha on his way to Suarez.
It was plan E eventually on that free kick. They went through A, B, C and D before Koke just struck it into the box, into the arms of Ter Stegen.
The thing is, though, you know, with Simeone's side, there will be a plan E. He will have accounted for every outcome from a situation like that.
And it switched on defending from Barcelona, wasn't it? They tracked the late run. I think it was Juan Fran making a late run. That was the intention, to try and play the full back in down the line, get to the byline, cross it from a more advanced position.
1 minute to be added to the first half.
Certainly as the half has gone on, Griezmann is playing deeper and deeper. He's playing in a right midfield position now. Maybe Koke is the attacking midfield player. It's trying to get closer to Fernando Torres, but they have to play more on the front foot in the second half, Atletico.
There's Griezmann. Mathieu. Alba to Mascherano. Rakitic fires the ball at Neymar. Easy for Jimenez to whisk it away. I would imagine that both managers are reasonably satisfied with the first half. Atletico, as predicted by Simeone, had had to defend, and they would be at their best on the counter-attack. Barcelona creating very few chances, though Suarez did rack the bar. Lionel Messi should be seen at some time in the second half as he's on part paternity leave. Half-time scoreline is 0-0.
So then 0-0 the score at the half in this one. We talked earlier on about the difficulty which Diego Simeone has had in containing Barcelona. So far so good, but they will surely want to do more than just contain Barcelona. We'll get Guillem and Gaisca's thoughts after the break. It has been a tight affair so far, this one. Atletico came in on a 10-match winless streak against Barcelona in the league. They are keeping this one as close as possible. A couple of penalty shouts for Barcelona, though.